Hey there, Razorback Nation college football fans. In preparation of this weekend's big matchup between Arkansas and Texas, I just finished watching Texas versus Louisiana, so I want to talk a little bit about what I've seen. Offensively, Texas certainly has some studs, namely Bijan Robinson and Jordan Whittington. Both their quarterbacks, Hudson Card and Casey Thompson, are talented, but I was not as impressed with their offense overall as I thought I was going to be. It's still way too early in the season to truly tell how good Louisiana is or is not, and obviously Billy Napier is a good and well-respected coach, but the fact still remains they're a smaller, non-Power 5 team with less talent and depth overall. And yet Texas's offensive line really struggled in pass protection and in their ability to open up holes for number 5 and the rest of the backs. And had Louisiana simply tackled better or had less completely blown assignments and coverages, that game would have been a lot closer. Now, obviously, that's easier said than done because, as I mentioned, Texas does have some studs, and I do accredit some of it to the route concepts and the play calling by Sark. But much of the Horns' success came not as a result of overwhelming or dominating Louisiana with their players or their play calling, but simply through poor play on Louisiana's part. Obviously, in these types of matchup, you expect fatigue to play a factor as once again Louisiana lacks the talent and depth that Texas has. And it certainly did play a factor from the end of the third quarter on, but I think Louisiana will tell you themselves. Their tackling was absolutely poor and unacceptable, and they had way too many mental lapses. Defensively for Texas, I was at least relatively impressed with every area other than their run defense. Louisiana had quite a few issues on offense as well, whether it was the inaccurate passes from their quarterback or the dropped passes from their wide receivers or the flags and the penalties. But I think it's fair to say that they somewhat exposed the Longhorns' rush defense and had a good amount of success running the football. So, in between guys like KJ Jefferson, Traylon Smith, Rocket Sanders, Dominique Johnson, and others, I look for Arkansas to try to exploit that weakness and force Texas to stop the run in an effort to open up some things in the pass game. Defensively, if Arkansas could do what Louisiana could not, which is tackle and remain assignment sound, I think they're going to be in good shape. All in all, after watching the game, I came away more confident in Arkansas's chances of being able to beat Texas Saturday in Fayetteville. And to the Texas fans, as I've said before, I enjoy all the trash talk. I think it's one of the fun parts about these types of matchups. But come at me with something other than, oh, y'all barely beat Rice, and a bunch of laughing emojis because you can't think of anything knowledgeable to say. Well, that's all for now. Really looking forward to the game Saturday. Please leave any thoughts or opinions you have in the comment section, as well as any suggestions you may have for me for future videos. Until next time, I pray you all stay safe and well, and woo pig! Go Hogs!